Hi, I thought I would make a video to show you guys. I've been making my own laundry soap for about a year now. I got this recipe from other YouTube videos. There's lots of other YouTube videos, so if you want to check those out too, that's great. Hopefully you'll check this one out and find it interesting and helpful. So why are you going to make your own laundry soap? Well, a lot of laundry soaps that you buy in the store have a lot of fillers in them that actually don't do anything to clean your clothes or are not good for your machines. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason is it's a lot less money to make your own soap. So this right here, I just added up the cost. It was $21.71 to make enough laundry soap for about 5 to 6 months for my household of 4. So I started making this in November of 2018 was the first time I made it. And then around actually the end of November, around Thanksgiving. And then the next time I made it was May of this year, 2019. So that time it lasted about 6 months. And this time I'm getting low again, so I have to now make it again. So it's lasted about 5 months this time, but I did in the last 5 months add a little bit more soap to the laundry. So that's probably why I use it a lot faster. But we have a family of 4, all adults living in the house. And so for $21 for 5 months, it's a really, really good deal. So let me tell you first what's in it. So the first thing is you're going to need to get a box of borax. And I've opened all these things so it makes it a little faster when I'm doing the video. So borax is a water softener, so this is going to be good for your soap. And then the next thing is baking soda. So you need 2 cups of baking soda. I just have 2 boxes here. 2 small boxes is 2 cups. And the baking soda is a natural deodorizer and a cleanser. So that's why you'd want to put that in. And then OxyClean. I highly recommend going to like your dollar store and getting like the off-brand powdered bleach, color safe. So I have 2 boxes of that. And this is good for, it makes colored clothes brighter and white clothes whiter. The next thing you're going to need is this Laundry Booster Super Washing Soda. So what this does is it cuts grease and neutralizes odors. Now you can find these things right in your laundry soap aisle in your grocery store. You may not have noticed them before, but they are there. What else you need is you need 3 bars of this soap. They do also have another brand. It's called Fells Naphtha. You can also get that brand, but we use the Zote, and you need 3 bars of this. You can also buy this already flaked up. It costs a little bit more, but you can also flake it up yourself. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So the first thing, and the last thing, this is not really necessary, but this is something we like to add. We always get a scent booster. We like the Gain Original, so we put the Gain Original scent booster in the soap as well. So I'm going to just move this stuff to the side and show you what we do first. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take the bar, and you need 3 bars of this soap. And this soap, this soap cuts stains, so that's why this soap is important. Some people get this and they'll rub it on like grass stains for their kids, like uniforms or stuff for sports, and it works to get out those stains. So this is a stain remover. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this bar of soap. You see I already have some. We have a Vitamix. If you don't have a high-powered blender, you can use a food processor. You can use another blender too. I just recommend if you do that to maybe do smaller pieces or do it in sections, so do 1 bar at a time. So what I have in here is I have 2 bars cut up, and then I have I poured some of this. I poured some of the powdered bleach in there as well. It just helps that when you're trying to get that pulverized, that it kind of doesn't stick and it allows it to move around. So you just put a little bit of that, just kind of eyeball it. There's not really any method to it. You just want it to be able to freely move around. So I'm just cutting this bar. Hopefully you can see this. I'm just cutting this bar with a knife. With one of my favorite knives, actually. It's a Ginsu knife, so it works very well. The soap is really pretty soft, so it's not hard to cut up. And then I'm going to put it all into the blender and blend it up. Okay, so I'm just going to open this up. And I may need to do this in parts because you can see with two, it's already pretty full. So I'm just going to add a little bit in. I still have some other pieces here. I'm just going to wait for those. So this might get a little loud while I'm blending this. I'm going to pause it for 1 minute. I'm going to get my tool to push this down. Okay, so I got my tool to kind of push this down. I think it kind of wedged in there. So we're just going to push it down a little bit and help it. Okay, sorry, I am back. I think my Vitamix got a little too hot and it was melting the soap. So I poured it out and just stuck it in a bowl, and I'm just going to add it in slowly so that way it doesn't get too hot. So definitely learn from my mistakes here. I'm just going to put a little bit of this in at a time. You see, just gently mix it up. And you want this to be pulverized. And what I'm going to do is, so it doesn't get overheated and kind of melt the soap, is I'm just going to put this into another bowl when it's all mixed. So you see, you want it kind of pulverized like that, like powdered soap. And then I'm just going to pour a little bit more of this mixture here. So if your blender does get too hot, just pour it out, let your blender cool down, and then just do it in smaller parts. See, that gets a nice powder to it. Just gonna pour that to the side. And again, you can get those flakes. The flakes make it a little easier, but it does put up the cost a little bit. It's not that much, but it does put up the cost a little bit if you get it already flaked up. And if you get it already flaked, one box is like 2 bars. So you actually need a box and a half for the flaked soap. All right, so we got that nice blended well into little powdered form. I'm just going to make sure I get all of it out because I don't want to waste any of it. So really, for about $50 a year, I have enough laundry soap for 4 adults in our house. All right, so I'm just going to set the blender to the side here because we're really done with that. All All right, so I'll move this to make more space. So I'm gonna get real high tech with you and how I mix this all this stuff together. So I seen this done on another video, and it just seems to work really well. So this is the way we do it. So you want to get two really good quality garbage bags. Don't get any cheap garbage bags, but we have two of them here, tall kitchen garbage bags, and we're just going to put one inside the other, and then we're going to put everything in these two bags, and we're basically going to toss the bags to mix all the ingredients together. So in this bag right now, first I'm going to put the zote that we just made into powder. Then I'm going to put the 2 boxes of powdered bleach in there. So when I tell you about the laundry soaps that you get in the store, have a lot of fillers, this is really a concentrate. So we only use, for a large load, we only use 3 tablespoons of soap for a large load. So you don't need that much. We have a high efficiency washer, works fine for high efficiency washers. So you're actually using a lot less than you would if you bought it from the grocery store. Then I'm going to put the 2 cups, which in this case is actually 2 boxes, 2 of the small boxes of baking soda. So you can see it gets pretty heavy. That's why you want to double bag it in case one rips. So then you're going to put the whole box of the laundry booster. This is a 3-pound, 7-ounce box. Again, you will find these if you look for them in your aisle with your laundry soaps. Never noticed them before I looked for them. That's where you also find the borax and the zote as well, or the Fels naphtha, whatever one that you want to purchase. Then I pour in the whole box of borax. Be careful not to breathe in that kind of powder that's floating. So right now I have everything in here. It's very heavy. And the last thing is I'm going to put the Gain scent booster. I'm going to put the whole thing of this Gain scent booster in. Now this is optional. You don't need the scent booster. I just like my laundry to smell nice and have that scent. If you don't want it, you don't need to add it. And then what you're going to do is you want to make sure that you're going to tie these really tight. So I don't like tie it up here. I make sure I kind of wrap it around. I wrap it around and then tie it. So that way you know nothing's going to escape. I try to get some air out too. And then you're also going to tie this one up, the second one up as well. Okay. This is the fun part. You literally sit here and toss it. Turn it, move it all around. I don't know, for a good couple of minutes. So not only are you making your laundry soap, but you're getting some exercise. So you toss this and just keep tossing it. All right, I'm gonna toss this, get it all tossed, and I'm gonna put it in the container, and then I will come back to show you the finished product. Okay, so I'm back. So I tossed it for a couple minutes, and let me give you a little trick. So when you have it in the bag, take the, get everything down to the top of the bag where the ties are, and then cut the corner of the bag while you have it over your container. So we use this, I think people normally use this for like dog food, which we have one for dog food, but it works perfectly for the laundry soap, and this amount fits perfectly in here. So this is your end result, that powdered laundry soap. And then literally we have a tablespoon that we set in there, and we use 3 of these for a large load. So you see it's mixed very well. And again, this is about 5 months of soap for a family of 4 with 4 adults that live in the house. So if you're interested in making this, I recommend trying it. It's really easy. It literally took me about 10 minutes, and I won't have to do this again for about 5 months. So, and only $21.17. So check out my other videos. I have a lot of other videos on YouTube, so check those out. Thanks.